It's now been almost 2 years since Nintendo first graced us with Breath of the Wild 2's teaser trailer. And after this trailer came out, theories started being thrown left, right, and center. And the thing is, we have no idea what this game is going to be out. But based on the 1 minute and 26 seconds we got of this trailer, we can assume that this game is going to be darker. Now, Breath of the Wild was already a pretty dark game. I mean, sure, you got a wedding, and there's the fact that literally 99% of the characters have the hots for Link, but the entire plot around Breath of the Wild revolves around Link realizing that he failed to protect his people and his friends, and having to put those emotions aside in order to protect the survivors of Hyrule. But that's not what I want to talk to you guys about. What I want to talk about is Ganon. Ganondorf is not the source of evil in the Zelda series. Though we might have once thought that, the real source is the Demon King demise. And because of the Demon King's curse, Ganondorf is forced to reincarnate whenever there is a hero and a goddess. A cycle doomed to repeat itself until the end of time. By the time of Breath of the Wild, Ganondorf is reduced to a mindless beast made out of malice. He has given up on reincarnation and ensued a pure and enraged form. Or so we were told. Let me ask you guys something. Did the Ganon fight in Breath of the Wild ever feel like a joke to you? I mean, you don't even need the Master Sword, and really, the final boss fight, you're just shooting targets on Ganondorf. You might as well be playing an archery game. But why? Well, the answer is simple. Because this isn't the final battle. I'd like to remind you guys of who Ganondorf was before he took on this malice form. Ganondorf was the King of Thieves. This is the man who anticipated the Master Sword's actions and adjusted his plan accordingly, something that both Zelda and Impa weren't able to do. This is a man who escaped death on multiple occasions. This is the man who crawled his way out from the depths of hell. Also, he could claim Hyrule as his own. So why would this man reduce himself to a form where he is trying to destroy everything he's worked for? Well, I think that the calamity is all part of his grand plan to overcome Hyrule. This is what I think happened 10,000 years ago. 10,000 years ago, a Gerudo male was born. Because of Ganondorf's previous incarnations, this new Ganondorf was an outcast to the Gerudo, which means he had no warriors by his side. Remember, at this time, Hyrule was a highly advanced civilization, so Ganondorf knew that if he wanted to conquer the world, he would need to grow in power. Through research, he learned of a substance called malice that could match the Sheikah technology. The problem is, this substance would mean sacrificing both his mind and body, and Ganondorf wasn't going to take that risk without making sure that the results would end in his favor. So he constructed a plan. Ganondorf and a powerful wizard made their ways into the cave system below Hyrule. Ganondorf would start the transformation into a malice-filled being, but the wizard's job was to hold on to Ganondorf, preventing Ganondorf from slipping away entirely. This resulted in malice leaking out of the Ganondorf. You may have noticed that there was a single strand of malice spewing upwards from Ganondorf's body. This single strand of malice is what created the calamity. But his plan wasn't over yet. Ganondorf had one of his spies report to the royal family that the calamity was coming. This was because he knew that Hyrule was at its prime peak, so he wanted to see the best defense Hyrule could offer. After witnessing Hyrule's defense, he allowed the first calamity to be destroyed, and carefully planned a plan to ensure that Hyrule would be his, and all he had to do was wait for the right time. 10,000 years later, Ganondorf decided to put the next step of his plan into motion. The first step of the plan was to eliminate the Good Queen of Hyrule. This is so that the young Princess Zelda wouldn't have a teacher and wouldn't be able to unlock her sealing power. Ganondorf had one of his spies tell the royal family these words.
The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground.
This is so the royal family would decide to excavate the divine beasts and assign pilots for them. Ganondorf would decide to wait until Zelda's 17th birthday in order to unleash his attack. This is so he can confirm that her sealing power wouldn't awaken via the springs. Then he unleashed the calamity upon the world. This was to kill Hyrule's best warriors. With the champions out of the way, all they had to do was take care of Link. And even though Zelda's power awoke in time to protect Link, and Link was escorted to the Shrine of Resurrection, things were still going according to plan. Ganondorf's goal was to lock the princess into a 100-year-long battle, one that would drain her power. By the time Link awoke from the Shrine of Resurrection, Zelda's power was almost gone. So Ganondorf allowed Link to destroy the Calamity Ganon, putting Zelda in a weakened state and convincing the hero that his task was done. With the two thinking their task was done, they let down their guard, and that's when Ganondorf called out to them. Ganondorf wanted to lure Link and Zelda into this cave system, and he wanted them to be alone. After he got Link and Zelda in the same room as he is and alone, he twitched his fingers, and the floor collapsed beneath the princess's feet. Link tried to jump after her, but was stopped by the glowing green hand of the wizard. Now, you may be wondering, why was this necessary? Well, the Blade of Evil's Pains only responds to the soul of the hero, and cannot be in the presence of evil. So, if another soul, an evil soul, bound itself to Link, the Master Sword would reject Link, putting Link in a position where he couldn't fight back against Ganondorf. With all this done, Ganondorf was ready to take the final step in his plan. He let go of his human self and allowed his body to be flooded with the malice. His neck snapped, and this new enraged Ganondorf was born. This entire time, we thought we were fighting Ganondorf, but really, we were doing exactly what he wanted. And that's my theory on Ganondorf's overall plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I put a lot of thought and work into it, and I hope it showed. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like and comment below and tell me what you guys think. I know this theory is a little bit different than what I usually do, but I wanted to bring something new to the table that I haven't found anyone else thought about. I'm Mess Penguin, and I'll see you guys later.